Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome to Alex Builds. Today we've got stage 31 of Hero Collector's Build Your Own Ghostbusters Ecto 1. Okay, so stage 31. I do know what I'm doing on this one because I've already done it before, and the camera footage from the overhead camera got corrupted. So the side cameras weren't good enough. You couldn't really see what was going on. So I've took it all apart and we're going to do it again. So let me show you exactly what we're doing in this one. We're doing the left rear leaf spring in this one. So here we are. We're going to be putting some shackles on the leaf spring itself. Then we're going to be attaching that to the rear axle, making our shock absorber and attaching that to the Ecto 1 itself. We're going to be attaching all of this to the Ecto 1, putting in our propeller shaft, fitting the leaf spring, and then we're going to start attaching this exhaust pipe down, adding this detail on here, and we're going to end up with something like that at the end of the video. So as you can see, there's quite a few steps to do in stage 31. So let's get the parts on the table and start building. Okay, so starting off, we're going to start with this part of the leaf spring here, and what we're going to be doing is we're going to be adding some shackles either side. So we've got this part here and these two parts here, and we're going to be putting one of these on first. We're going to put this one on first, and we're going to put it on this end here, and that's just going to slide over the side, and we're going to put a screw either side of this, and it's going to have an LM screw on both sides. So let's get the first one in, screwing that down. That's the first one in. I can flip it over. I can put another LM screw in the opposite side. So let's get that one in. And this leaf spring is die cast as well, so it's got a little bit of weight to it. And now we're going to fit these two parts to the other side to make a shackle the other side. So these are marked on the top edge. So one has LI, the other one has LO on it. So we want the LO to go on the right hand side, the LI on the left hand side. We're going to need a PM screw that's going to go through the side with the LO, so we can push that through. That's going to go onto here, and then we can basically just take this part and that's going to get screwed onto there. So we can flip this over and screw that part in just like that, and that is the leaf spring with its shackles on. So now we're going to bring in our rear axle part, and we're going to fit our leaf spring to that. So with our rear axle part facing down, and we're going to the left hand side of this, so this is just going to drop straight down on top of this way around. We've got a location pin on the back to help us locate that in, just like that. Then we've got this small detail here. This also has a location pin on top here, so we can help get that with the details facing in the way towards this sort of drum part in the middle here. So now we can put an NM screw straight down the top here. So let's get that one in. Just like that. And that is our leaf spring attached to our rear axle. So now we're going to make the shock absorber, and we've got these parts here. So we've got this part first, and a spring, and this little detail with a sort of like a peg on the end just there. So what we're going to do is we're going to slide the spring in, then followed by this part here which with the nipple end on it, and then we're going to push this down. I'm going to get a BM screw, so I'm going to get that ready before we begin, because we need to apply a bit of pressure to this. So there's a little screw hole on here somewhere. There it is. It's going to face this slot here, and we can push that down, and then we can get our screw and screw that into there. That's going to hold that in for us now. So now we can screw that all the way down. That's our shock absorber with a spring effect. Okay, so this next part does require a lot of chopping and changing. On the top of this part of the actual shock absorber, we do have like a key slot on there, and there's a notch just inside. Let's move that out of the way. Just inside here, there's a little notch, and that's going to line up just on top of there. Now we need to flip this over, and with a QM screw we're going to secure this from the back. So the hole we're going for is just this one, just here. We're going to put our QM screw straight down there. All the way down. That's going to attach that shock absorber to the bottom side of our Ecto 1. So now we've got it flipped over again, and yeah, so there's our shock absorber. What we're going to do is going to bring in our leaf spring and that's going to go just on top of here. As you can see, this is going to rest just on top here. Our shock absorber is going to get attached just here, and there's a part just here we need to put our end screw in. So there's a little hole just behind this speaker section, and on the bottom of this shackle here there is a hole that's going to help us fit it. So let's get this located in just like that, and then an RM screw is going to go in the other side of here, which has got a flange on it, so we can flip it over, and that's going to help keep that in for us. So there's our hole just here, just in front of this speaker part. So let's get our screw in there. Just like that. Now we can flip it back over again. Now we're going to need this propeller shaft here. So what we're going to do is we're going to move this out the way, because it is on like a pivot. So you can push this down through this little central hole piece here. That's going to connect all the way down to the bottom. I'll try and turn this round so you can see, you'll get it in camera shot. So that's just going to connect on to the Ecto 1 just here. So we're just going to push that into the engine just like that. So now we can bring this part back down, and making sure that this part comes this side, and that's going to feed into this hole here, and we're going to make sure that we can get this into there just like that, just like at the opposite side. So now we're going to put a CM screw just for this top piece here, and this is going to attach this leaf spring to the actual shock absorber itself. So let's screw that down just like that. That'll give it this sort of springy effect. So now just at the top here, where we've got this shackle here, we've got this pipe in the way. So what we're going to do is we can actually maneuver this pipe just up out of the way so we can get in here. So we're going to line these up. We're just going to loosen this side just for a sec, just so we can maneuver. There we go. Now we can maneuver these parts to where we want them. So we're going to line up the holes just like so. Then we're going to get our screw. This one is a PM screw. We're going to move this out of the way. I'm going to start sliding this into here, taking our screwdriver and start screwing this in, and making sure we've got the other side lined up as well. Just going to turn that on its side just to make sure. Yep. Now move that out of the way again, and screwing that all the way through, and that'll capture this side now and hold that into place. Just like that. Now that can go back in its proper place, and we're going to flip it over, and we're going to secure this down now as well. So for this, we're going to need an IP screw just in this hole here. That's going to secure that exhaust part to the top of the Ecto 1 now, so that ain't going to move. And flipping over for the final time, we're going to be working in this area here. So what we've got is this detail which was left over from the last one. This one has L3 written on it, and this is just going to slide over the top of that, lining up with the screw hole down the bottom. And then we're going to add a BM screw into this hole. That's going to help keep that in place for us and keep that exhaust where we want it. So there we go. That's that now in, and that is this issue complete. So coming up next time, we're going to have one of the rear wheels. This is the left rear wheel. We're going to be attaching that with some pipes and the brake drum as well. There you go, guys. That's stage 31 all complete, and we've got all our leaf spring and that installed now, ready for the next issue where we start putting the wheel and that on. So I've also got stage 32, 33 and 34 here, and I've also got the second special for the proton packs, and we also get the ghost trap in that one as well. So that will be coming up very, very soon. In the meantime, if you haven't already watched it, I do have the first special, the proton packs, already on my channel. You can go ahead and watch that now. It's in the Ghostbusters playlist. So if you like this video, guys, please leave a like down below, and if you haven't already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you all next time. Take care. Bye-bye.